Hello, everyone, and welcome into your weekend reading. This is for June 15th and 16th, and we'll be taking a look at what all messages are wanting to come through for you from God, Spirit, the Divine. And we will start with the general messages for the collective and then go sign grouping by sign grouping and see what challenges are coming up this weekend and how best to navigate that. So let's go ahead and jump right in on the collective energy. We've got the Knight of Wands energy, we have the Four of Swords energy, and then the Hierophant. So the Knight of Wands energy, this is going to be that adventurous, just go for it type of energy. So kind of that sense of if there's something that you've been kind of on the fence back and forth, like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? How should I proceed? The Knight of Wands energy is just that, go for it. We also have the Four of Swords, and this is about like rest and recuperation and healing. So in this one, you can see she's sitting there, she's got her spa look going on with the face mask and meditating and all of that. So it's that sense of self-care. Take care of yourself this weekend. And then with the Hierophant, this, for some of you, this could be that it's that traditional structure. It's also like that mentor, guru, teacher type of card. Sometimes this has to do with like marriage, like traditional structures like that. But we'll see as we go sign grouping by sign grouping and see what wants to come through and what additional messages we have. So for this weekend, let's start with our fire signs. That is going to be our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's take a look and see what is the challenge for you this weekend. The Hermit. Now, the Hermit energy, sometimes that's that, just go, like you want to be away. But it's really that sense of self-reflection. And so this is going to go really well with this Four of Swords energy that's coming out. But the challenge is, since this is coming up in your challenge space, this is that sense of you need that time away. Like you need that kind of quiet time to be able to figure out what it is that you're doing. So whatever situation came to mind, when I said we have this Knight of Wands energy, the just go for it energy, that's what's coming in from the universe, but there's something that's holding you back. And, the challenge is you may have been in this hermit mode for too long. Like the whole idea of, at work, we would call it analysis paralysis. Like you're just looking over the numbers over and over and over and over again. And at some point you just have to do something. And so since that's coming in as the challenge with the Hermit, it's kind of like, okay, you've been holed up long enough. You need to actually take that next step forward. And with the Hermit, in that lantern, in some of the tarot decks, you see it differently. It's like a star. So it's like shining your wisdom and shining your light for, the rest of the world to see. And that's your challenge, is when you're hiding out, the card that jumped there was the Moon. When you're hiding out, you're not able to shine your light. For some of you, you may have been hiding out in a traditional structure. Like, so maybe you're hiding out in like a marriage or some sort of a contract or a commitment. And you're doing it, because it's like, oh, but it's a contract, it's a commitment, but you really need to finish doing your soul searching and work on your healing. The card that jumped for you was the Moon. So we'll pull another one. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Moon is about illusions. It's about trickery. It's about what's happening, by the dark of night that you're not aware of. And then the Wheel of Fortune is delays. Sometimes, it has that sense of like bad timing, bad karma, but there's delays that are happening in your life. And it's going along with the fact that your challenge is the Hermit. You keep, analysis paralysis. You keep churning the same thing over and over again. And with the Moon energy, it's almost like you don't really know what is true. Like you have a feeling or a sense that somebody, or that there's illusions, but you're having a hard time pinpointing, what parts of my life are the illusion? Like, where is it that I need to focus? Hidden Path, the marriage of spirit and matter. This is that reminder, when if you have that sense of, should I just go for it? What should I do? think about what is helping your soul to evolve, not what is helping to fuel the machine that like help the man. But it almost kind of reminds me of, like 400 or 500 years ago, you were expected to just go work in the fields because that's what the Lord of the land said, that you have to go do this and you have to, do this every day or you'll get in trouble. And, so it's like you're feeding into somebody else's structure. So the hidden path, when it's talked about the marriage of spirit and matter, what is helping to grow your soul, your spirit? The card that jumped was getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This is that reminder to open up within your relationships, that intimacy isn't about nakedness. It's about opening up to who you really are. And then honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So in the United States, there's the 4th of July coming up soon, so maybe you can enjoy some time together. But in general, anytime that you're able to kind of set aside some time. All right. Take a step away from your current problem, and you are closer to your goals than you think. And this kind of take a step away from your problem is going along with this hermit mode. You've been thinking and thinking and thinking, and now it's time to step away from the thinking and just go for it and enjoy the bliss of time together. So that is the message that is coming through for our fire signs. Now let's move on to our earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's take a look and see what are the challenges for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for this weekend. You have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So the challenge is just delays and bad timing. Are you letting yourself stay stuck because, the timing's just not good. The timing's not good. The timing's not good. And with this Knight of Wands energy, it's kind of like, just go for it. The timing may not be great, but you know what? If you wait for all the holes in 100 pieces of Swiss cheese to line up exactly correctly, you could be waiting an awful long time. So that's your challenge, is that you're getting stuck in that timing loop. And then for you, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So this is a big message for our earth signs as it relates to traditional structures. This, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a very traditional job structure, family structure, that traditional structure is, I would say, what's causing you issues, since this card came up twice now. The Hierophant in reverse, is about breaking free of those structures. It's about, thinking outside of the box. Just because society or somebody in your life says you should do it this way, is that really what you want to do? Is that really what you think is the best thing for you and your soul? So if you can think beyond the physical day in, day out, what is the best thing for my soul? And think about it from that perspective, from a growth perspective. And we have Sacred Heart, passion, love, spiritual communion. How do you tap into your Sacred Heart? How do you tap into that spiritual side of you? How do you pull yourself out of, the everyday 3D, like trudging through the mud type of feeling? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. This could be for some of you, since the Hierophant and then the Hierophant in reverse came out, it could be that maybe you are in a traditional marriage, but your heart is being pulled in a different direction. Maybe somebody else has caught your eye and it's like, wait a second, is this really the structure that I want? And then sit in the stillness and a new path will emerge. And this is kind of going, I feel like it goes with this Sacred Heart card. With your challenge here about the timing, and that there's kind of some delays and there's obstacles to overcome and everything, if you sit in that stillness for a little while, you can see different things coming out, like different ideas. If you can work on your meditating and quieting your mind, quieting your ego that says this is the way things are supposed to go, this is the way you should do it, then you might be able to get kind of that burst of inspiration of, why do I have to do it that way? Maybe I don't. So that is the message for our earth signs. And now we are on to our water signs. So that is going to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what message wants to come through for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for this weekend. Let's see. What is in the challenge space, please, for our water signs? The Page of Pentacles in reverse. So in your challenge space, you have this sense of laziness. And so if there's things that need to be done, if there's something that needs to happen, the laziness is your challenge. So this energy here, this Knight of Wands energy, is kind of the direct opposition to this laziness. Because Knight of Wands is like, all right, let's do this. Let's go. Let's be fearless. Let's be adventurous. So that's going to be the energy that will help pull you out of kind of that lazy, maybe sometimes indecisive type of energy. And then we have the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse is about kind of not wanting to take that leap forward or being afraid to take that next step. You're sort of clinging to the past or stuck in a rut type of a feeling, like there's this new opportunity and it's like you see it, but then with the challenge here on the laziness, it's almost like, yeah, I could do that, but I don't know. It's going to take a lot of effort. Do I really want to do that? And so the Knight of Wands is like, yes, do it, do it. But then you also do have this this hierophant energy, and maybe some of it, depending on what the situation is that you're trying to decide, should I do it, should I not do it, is reaching out and finding a mentor or a guru or a leader, someone else who has done something similar, and ask for some help. Rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. This is like rising above the, whatever the ruts are that you're stuck in, whatever that like low vibe energy is. How do you rise above it to be able to see things from a different perspective and get that energy and enthusiasm to move forward? This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for those of you who are wanting to find love and wanting to find a partner, this could be the one, the person that you're thinking of. If somebody came to mind when the reading started, they could be the one. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So it's somebody that's already in your life in some way, shape, or form. And then we have a new door is opening shortly. And that really is going with this Rise Above card. So make sure that you're not getting stuck too much in old patterns, old ways, because there's a new opportunity shortly, but you have to be able to rise above what has already kept you down in the past. And you could be rising above to meet the one. So, all right. Next up, we have got our air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's take a look. What message do we have for you for today? What is the challenge, please, for our air signs? All right. The challenge is the 9 of Cups. The dog has this little like side eye that's going on. So the challenge here is achievement and contentment, and kind of like this is that wish fulfilled type of card. So the challenge is feeling happy and content right now, whether it's that you're objectively, I don't know if that's the right word, whether you believe you're going through significant obstacles or significant hurdles, or, or whether things really aren't that bad, but you're just thinking, oh, but I really wish it was this. I really wish it was this amazingly high level thing. Like for you, that's the challenge, is feeling that sense of contentment. Then here we have the Tower in reverse. And this is about propping up a structure that isn't really serving. So are you holding on to something because, you know, from the challenge standpoint, you're trying to find contentment, but you're finding it by holding up the wrong thing? Let's take a look and see. And remember, sometimes, you know, like the tower can be physical changes. It can be mental changes, how, you know, shifting perspectives in life, but it's significant ones. So it's not just slight, mild adjustments. It's like a significant change in thought patterns, in situations, in behaviors. Then peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. You know, and some of you, this could, like this tower, you know, since we have the hierophant as well, tower in reverse, are you propping up a like a marriage that isn't working, or are you propping up ideas about marriage that are not working for you? So that could be the case for some of you. Let's take a look at the romance oracle card. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You may have this sense of, well, but if I could just do this, if I could just get the person to see things from my perspective, if they would just understand me better, it would be fine. Acknowledge that what needs to be understood might be more on your part. Like, let go of some of your control issues. And if you can take yourself out of being the active participant in the situation and turn yourself to be the observer, that can help significantly in terms of, you know, oh, so this is what the situation is, rather than feeling like you're caught up in it and having to navigate it. If you can take a step out of it, it can help sometimes with the control issues. Remember, you chose this lesson. So, you know, whenever things are getting really tough, I try to remind myself of that, of, I chose this for a reason. I may not like it right now, but there's a reason why this situation is here. There's a reason for that path. There's a reason, you know, why you keep clinging to this. So if you can quiet your need to control the situation and just kind of let things unfold and watch as an observer as to what the lesson is, that can help you move past this. So whatever the struggle part of it is. So I hope you found today's message to be helpful, but as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest. And I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.